Evening, everyone. Welcome to the August 20th regular meeting of the North Augusta Planning Commission. Take your time, you're fine. You're fine. Um, and we are going to do roll call very slowly to allow Commissioner Christie time to get in. Okay.
Rhett Harbison.
Jesse Elliott.
Lisa Christie. Chelsea Waddell.
And I'm your chair, Christine Crawford. All right. So, if we could please review the minutes, if there are any changes or edits, please share. If not, I'd entertain a motion to accept.
Make a motion to accept the minutes.
Second.
All right. So it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Mr. Paradise, do we have any changes to the agenda?
The only change I would have is we've got a couple of discussions towards the end about training and a reminder about the special call meeting.
Um, so I will remind the members of the audience that we will start considering applications. We will talk to Mr. Paradise, then the applicant will come up. Once the applicant finishes sharing whatever information they'd like for us to share, we would ask any members of the community to come forward, keep their comments to around 2 minutes. When you come to the podium, please be sure to give your name and address so that the folks out in Facebook land will also know who is addressing them. And we will then have the members of the community, after they ask their questions, have the applicant come back up to respond, and we will proceed from there. Okay. All right, so first on the agenda is, go to the next slide. Thank you. Swallow Lake Drive Townhomes, major subdivision, preliminary plat request. So, Mr. Paradise.
Yes, ma'am. This is in Lakes and Streams. It's preliminary plat request. It affects 17.58 acres. It's zoned R7s and will have single-family residential attached. It'll have 78 single-family attached homes, which is used by right in the R7. This is zoned R7. The traffic, we looked at that, and it did not require a TIA. The highest peak hour generation was 44 trips in an hour in the late afternoon time frame, and you're required to have 50 before a TIA would be required. It is, and no variances or waivers have been requested for this, so it's meeting everything. Staff has looked at it, and it's meeting all of the requirements. This gives you an idea of where it's at. This one, I like this one better. The kind of teal color that you see is county. So this is how it's situated in there. And then the blue across from Old Sudlow Lake Road would be our big friend Alidate. And one of the things that staff was concerned about when we met with the developer was the length of Swallow Lake Road and all of this traffic coming down Swallow Lake Road. And as you'll notice in your packet, they acquired a lot there on Lake Greenwood, and they will have an access on Lake Greenwood as well as Swallow Lake. So that'll alleviate the concerns that staff had there. This is, I'll give you the general layout. And basically same thing, different sheet. And any questions for me?
Any questions for Mr. Paradise? Okay. All right. All right, if the applicant could please come forward and again give us your name and address.
Good afternoon. Name is Philip Green. I'm with Southern Partners, 1233 Augusta West Parkway. Appreciate your time tonight in hearing our application. As Mr. Paradise pointed out, this is 79 units of attached townhome development. It currently meets the zoning, so we have no request for zoning variances or waivers. We have, as Mr. Paradise pointed out, worked with staff through most of the issues that were on this property. And I think we pretty well got staff satisfied, other than a few pieces of paperwork, which we'll catch up here in the next couple of weeks. It's a pretty straightforward piece. We have some off-site sanitary sewer that'll be run. We've got some detention ponds. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward for a fee simple townhome development. Glad to answer any questions that you might have.
Any questions for Mr. Green?
You may not know this off the top of your head, but are you guys planning to rent these or sell these? Have y'all decided that yet? Is it kind of up in the air?
I would refer to the
Sale.
For sale units.
I have a question about the pronunciation of the street names. Is that Blaylock? Blalock?
Blaylock, I think.
Blaylock. Okay.
Tugalo?
And Tugalo? Tugalo?
Tugalo.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that nobody really knows then.
That's always a fun game, trying to figure out the road names between Aiken County 911.
Yeah.
North Augusta.
Do y'all have any like renderings, or you're not there yet, of like, are they 2-story, 1-story, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom? Are they? Thank you.
Should be in the package.
I got the short version apparently. Sorry.
And I'm assuming that the price point is probably low, high 9s, 2s, low 3s. Okay. All right. All right. If there are no other questions, you can have a seat, Mr.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
All right, thank you. All right. Any questions, discussion? Motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion for, this is going to be P24-003 Swallow Lake Townhomes. And this will be with the conditions, the approval includes certification of the use of road names Blaylock Lake Drive and Tugalo Lake Court. And any outstanding comments will be addressed to the satisfaction of city staff.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. So it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
No.
Thank you. All right. So, oh, I'm sorry. Did you? You should. Okay. All right. So, the Halo sign, illuminated sun, and Lauren Fanuff is gonna, I think, come forward and help educate us. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. All right. If you could please give your name and address.
I'm Christian Morris. We're at 426 Park West Drive, Line of Sign Company.
All right. Are there some slides you want us to? Or would you? I guess you were going to share with us. Yeah, there we go.
You do have a copy of these. I left on the dais for you.
Okay. So we're talking about Halo signage and whether or not we think it's appropriate for kind of our downtown mixed use.
Okay.
And so we've had lots of questions around how do you kind of put some guardrails on the top of signage and what, different, if it's warm, cool, I guess brightness, how you regulate some of those things, if you can.
Typically, usually we just use a white light.
Okay.
That's mostly what we use. To be up to customer requests, I guess. right across the street over at Beacon Bluff, that guy just got a variance. He's going to have all halo lit, and it's going to be multicolor. It's actually going to change. He got that done. But it can be changed. Color intensities. Mm-hmm. Warm
Okay.
white. Yeah, we got warm white, which is more of a yellow.
Okay.
More of a white color. That's kind of the standard. That's what you're going to see almost everywhere. That's just, it grabs your eye, but it's not offensive.
Right.
You know, it's not like, doesn't add to any light pollution. And one good example I could give you is the white oak picture on there.
Yes.
Right, that one. So it having the light on front, you almost can't tell that those are backlit letters. So if you had headlights or street lights, anything else in the area, it's going to take away from it. It's not going to be bright. You know, you're not going to get that sign pollution really. And I've got a letter right here if you'd like to see it lit.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, in person. We just whipped this up kind of before we left today. Yeah. But I mean, that's what you're going to end up with. So all the lights inside of it, they don't glow back; they glow inward.
Okay.
So you get it's half the glow that you're going to get from, say, a facelit sign. But then the front of them, they could be painted in all different colors. The front will, the light comes out the back. So regardless of the light color, if they're if they're off or on, the face is still going to be whatever color. You know, that stainless on this one, blue, whatever.
So let me I know that one of the things I guess that I've recently learned in lighting is
Mhm.
nowadays with LEDs, some lights are almost disposable, like you can't replace.
This is true.
You have to
Yep.
just throw away the whole.
Yep.
Is that true? So there could be, not from you all, but somebody could buy a halo sign
Mhm.
from somewhere where two of the letters could go out, the whole thing,
Mhm.
some portion of it, and unless they replace the entire letter,
No,
they
that
could not. Okay.
that's not that. It doesn't work quite like that. On the back, the body comes off of this plastic part,
Okay.
and the lights can be swapped out. Back in the day, it used to be neon.
Right.
You could take the neon units out and swap them out. Same way with these. The individual lights can be taken out and removed, just not one by one. You would replace a full letter strand.
I got you,
You
but
know
not
what I mean?
necessarily have to replace the whole sign.
Correct. And we can still get, the color range. It's on the LED, so we can match it back. It's not good, so you don't have one white one, one yellow one, all different shades of white. Yeah, for sure, absolutely. You want both of them? Yeah,
So you can see how those lights.
for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. You want me to come up there with you? Yeah, come on up there.
That's fine. Yeah.
For real, because as three of us up here, at least, are small, half or more, have been small business owners. So sometimes we're trying to save for each
Yeah.
end, but we also don't want people to be driving up Georgia Avenue and be like the Timu sign and the TikTok shop sign,
Okay.
and the Pearl sign, and But the way they could differentiate would be they could get a color letter, but we would still require them maybe to have the same signature behind it.
That's right.
Question mark?
That's right. And with,
That's a thought.
what I just wanted to show you here.
Okay.
Each individual one. So we.
Here, I'm gonna give you a mic. So.
Sure. Okay. I'll leave that right there. Yeah. So each individual one has its own. I mean, they stick down individually. So we can take this off. Front would come off. The back stays on mounted to whatever building, and then we run our new line through the building like that. Stick our LEDs on there. Yeah.
That would not be okay with the other, because then that would be considered internally lit. And so that is not okay.
Okay. But the answer is yes, we can. Yeah.
Yes, it can be done.
It is
It
possible.
cannot be done in downtown, I believe.
So those would not be considered.
Correct.
If they were
The
faceless,
light is coming
yeah.
through.
Yeah. So yeah, This, if the light comes out this side's face lit, out the back, backlit. That would be a halo lit letter. Even
So-
another good example I could give you is Wingstop. Those all have, it's the light doesn't come out of the back of the letter. There is like it's called a cloud, and it comes out the back of the say if you
It's
had
like the
a
design
floating panel.
around the letters, yeah.
You had a floating panel, the light comes from behind that rather than each individual letter. So that's another option.
That's another type of halo.
Yep, it's still considered halo. Yep. Cloud or individual letter. Yep.
My question, I think that would be most helpful to kind of what we're trying to do is I think we're probably, I'll just say for me, I think I'm leaning towards just saying white only. How would you, obviously, even with this, these are all considered white, but the different temperatures.
That's right.
How, you being from that world, how would you think we should word? Because, I don't necessarily have to say only 6,000 Kelvin.
Like, how should we word a regulation of to
I mean,
have
we
a
could just say
uniform-
white,
you
and
could-
then they'll.
You could say no RGB, which is red, green, blue. That's multicolor lights. That's just what RGBs are. All multicolor lights are called RGB lights. So you could say no RGBs, and that would limit it down to that very small range.
Okay.
Like I said,
That's what I was looking for.
the large majority of what the sign company, the signage industry uses is that 4,000 to 6,000. We very rarely get into yellows. It looks old, kind of looks dingy, Yeah, the natural and cool.
6,000 be too bright.
In some areas, it depends. It depends. Again, though, if it's going to be, especially in this area, lower to the ground with street lights around it, your street lights will easily drown that out, even if you do go with bright.
Well, so and I don't know if this helps you or not, but part of it is downtown Georgia Avenue kind of making it more pedestrian friendly. So it's really about walking in those smaller buildings that are
Right.
close to each other.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's also the look. So it's not so much kind of as many of the monument signs because of the buildings are
Right.
the way the buildings are set up.
Right. It'd be more for buildings, I guess.
Right. So that's the context we're talking about.
Right. Yeah. That's going to be, honestly, a halo lit letter is going to be perfect. It's more modern, elegant even.
Yeah.
Any more questions I can help you with? I mean, they come in a variety of finishes: brushed stainless, any paint color, gold, brass. Anything you want.
Different fonts, different
Fonts,
everything.
Yeah, heights. That white oak one, those letters were, I think, 4 feet tall, and then we get them all the way down to, this is about as small as we're going to get. But then we have done some as small as 5 inches tall. And this one's also very thick. This was kind of an older one. This was modeled after a neon would be inside this, so literal glass. But we have made them half that thick. So we can get away with some pretty interesting stuff nowadays. Just the thinness of how small some of these mods are, these LEDs are.
How far off the wall do they generally come?
Usually about that far. So when you're looking at it, you can't tell. You can't see the depth off. But yeah, anywhere between about 3 and 4 inches. Yep. Depending on the letter height.
Mr. Paradise, I have a question for you, actually. And maybe not for you, but I think for you. When we're measuring for the square footage requirement for these zones, are we just going from the tip top of one letter to the, I mean, I guess it could not be a full thing, so.
You draw a box.
Perfect.
I think I'm satisfied.
Any other questions? Just what would, if you had a city block, right, given that it's downtown, right, what would your worst nightmare in terms of halo look like?
With
Yeah.
these all at the same time, every building has it, you mean?
Yeah.
I would love it.
Okay.
I would love it. It's not a nightmare at all. That's a dream.
He said, "Give him all my phone
Yeah,
number."
yeah, to be honest, they look. I hate to say that a facelift layer looks trashy, but compared to a halo lit, it's almost old school. You know, it really is.
When
That
it's
halo is
not,
it.
they're not so bright as to where like this one is shining on that one. They really are very. At least all the ones that I've seen are very self-contained. And to be honest, if they were to be so bright as to be a problem, they would not do the customer justice because you wouldn't be able to read the sign because it'd be too bright. So all the ones that I have seen have been very. I mean, it's perfect. It's better than even like you said the light shining on signs, which we have a
Right.
lot of.
Right.
I personally like the look.
Yeah,
I just think we definitely want to stay away from like flashing
Yeah.
colors and
Yeah.
everything like that.
and once you start getting into certain shades of blues and reds, they'll all bleed together if they're face lit. Just that red is so vibrant, it's hard for your eye
Right.
to make out lines in it. So when you start getting face lit, yeah, reds and blues definitely run together. Whereas face lit, not so bad. Good.
And I think the only other, but you said the letters can be smaller because I don't know if the
Yeah.
size. Make sure that the
Right.
size of requirements for signage are
We start.
can.
About the minimum height that we've ever built is probably about a 6-inch letter, and that's pretty small.
Okay.
And Dr. Crawford, whatever, unless y'all change the square footage for signs,
Yeah.
they'll have to meet those same square footages.
Okay. All right. Are there so let me just and as a so we could specify either natural or cool white as a type in the, or is that not necessarily, I guess, will that is that a standard definition or is that just an example? I guess it's a difference between standard and example.
You know, as far as limiting that, that's going to be kind of difficult.
Okay.
You know, leave that on. I'm gonna put that on y'all. But like I said, anything, maybe put it above a certain color range. Any signs above 4K or
Okay.
anything else. You just don't want that. You don't want that warm white. I'm here to tell you, don't want the warm white.
Excuse me. And I guess yeah, and you know some of this is hard, but when we're writing this, it may be around 10 years from now, right? So we also don't want, you know,
Something
if they do,
now.
if they somebody comes up with 20K white,
Yeah,
like is that right? Do
Right.
we need an upper limit? I mean, I just
So
that's a
yeah,
consideration.
I'll be real with you. Once you start getting into, I think 85 or 9,000, they start turning blue. So yeah, you've seen those blue headlights coming down the road. Yeah.
Okay,
Those are 95
so
and higher.
okay, so greater than 3 and less than say 9.
Yeah.
Would it
Yep.
be from enforcement point of view? Would it be instead of saying natural light or cool white, specify temperature?
Yeah.
Would that be better?
And there's
For
going
y'all.
to be no way for me to measure that. I'll be honest. Once it's up, there's no way to measure that temp range.
So when they order it, do they say, I want my sign and I want natural white?
Yes, ma'am.
And it's somewhere in the 4,000 range.
Correct. Personally, we don't put anything less than 4,000.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like I said, that's going to be really standard for the signage industry. You know, it just looks dingy once you start going past that. Old.
So we could see somebody's sign that looks blue and they could say it's white because I ordered white. And then we would have to then, I guess from an enforcement standpoint, they'd have to prove to us that it was within this temperature
certain
range.
temperature
That's what we
range.
say.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that would be which is fine. I mean, I think that's probably the best way.
And from my thinking is when they submitted the permit for the sign review, would you put the temp of the bulb in there?
Typically, no, but we could. Typically, no, but we could.
Okay, so
That would be a way for us to check it
Ask
before it went up.
Yeah. Right. Mhm. Yeah.
But it's not difficult information for you to give us, I guess is the question. Right, okay.
Not at all. That's something we have to specify when we order the LEDs in the first place. So, yep. Mhm.
Are there any other questions?
I don't think so.
All right.
Thank you all so
Appreciate
much.
you.
Thank you. We
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Mhm.
All right, thank you. Thank you. All right. All right, and then
Now we're down to storage, unless y'all want to discuss those.
I would just say I like the no RGB
yeah,
and then the color temp, what, 4,000 to 9,000?
yeah. Less than
Less
nine.
less than 9.
What was the original write-up you did, Tommy? I think it's 4 to 6.
Okay, 4,000 to 8,000.
Yeah.
I wouldn't see 6,000 is a cool white. So I would say between 4,000 and 5,000, or 4 to 6, somewhere in there.
See, I guess where I'm falling is I am on board with a little bit. I don't want every sign to necessarily look exactly the same, but maybe this is the small business owner downtown coming out of me. I think hopefully any business owner is going to want the best for their business and they pay attention. Obviously, not everybody is going to make the best decisions, but at the same time, there's room for both.
But I don't. But I think that when it gets, if the whole point is to not have RBG, then to know that it starts to appear blue, even if it's
Mhm.
not, at more than that is going to cause it because somebody could do white and it's going to look like it's blue. Then somebody else could do white. You could have two blues. You could have so it interjects a color when we're saying we don't want one. So yeah, the letters can be whatever.
Well, I'm good with like 4 to 6. Like I think that cool white is fine because again, that it's a whiter white. It's not brighter.
Yeah.
And Dr. Crawford, I will say this is one thing, y'all are going from zero internal illumination to some internal illumination, maybe,
Yeah.
if you go this route. So y'all are changing or expanding the capabilities. My suggestion, and it's just a suggestion, is to be real tight in the beginning, and you can always open it up later on. But if you're not tight in the beginning, then it's forever grandfathered. So, yeah. So, I would say 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. Then if later on y'all want to change it, yeah. But you understand where I'm coming from.
No, I think that's perfect. So I think what you're hearing is interested in that. So if you could please, I guess take a stab at adding that to the code in an appropriate place so that we can start that process.
Do you want me to draft something for a text amendment at the next meeting, or maybe come back and fine tune the language and then do the text amendment?
I think we fine tuned it. It's between 4 and 6. So I think we could do a text amendment. Yeah. So I think
Okay.
if we 4 to 6,
And I probably would just go ahead. 4 to 6 should cut out any colors anyway. But like you said, the no RGBs because some of them what they'll do is they'll have the LEDs have all three. It's the weirdest thing, but actually a white light you can have all three that make the white light. So if you just if one color of those go out, then you end up with a green or blue or something. So I think if you just say no RGBs and between 4 and 6K, that would kind of cover most everything, I think.
Okay.
Until we get surprised with something we haven't thought of, which will happen. Like I honestly didn't think about the colors of the actual letters, but I think that should be covered in other sign code.
all right.
Sounds good. We'll
Thank
give it a
you.
try.
All right. Thank you.
And then the next one is self-storage facilities. And I sent you a memo on that. As we talked a lot about it last time, districts, what's by right, by special exception, you want architectural requirements or any other requirements. And after the discussion, when it all boiled down, I got the impression that y'all were leaning to just putting them by right in the industrial section with no architectural or other requirements. And if that is what y'all want, I will get that drafted for text amendment for next meeting as well. And if it is not, then let me know.
Sounds good to me. I like it.
I'm in favor of it being by right and industrial only, and everything else would require. Yeah.
Sounds good.
So then that should be two.
All right.
All right.
So that pretty much, I believe, covers the regular meeting, so to speak.
Okay.
But I do have a couple things for you. Remember the joint city council and planning commission meeting on the trolley,
Yes.
the trolley tour. September the 22nd, we'll be leaving here at 5 p.m. from 5 to 7, and we'll be touring some of the development sites. And also, we need to get our in-service training done. And do you want us to go with a consultant that we have the past couple of years? Or look for some other training? I will tell you that the BZA said they would like to go with the same training in the Wednesday after Thanksgiving.
So we were, the only thing I like the consultant. The only thing though that I asked for additionally, and I don't know if we have time or budget for both, was some kind of sewage wastewater 101. So that we could, because we've talked about impact fees and we've talked about, but it's been in a very abstract way that we know that we would need more from utilities, but we haven't had much of an edge. I don't know anything about that. And so I'm not sure if there's a way, if it's internally, but as part of that to also get like some kind of, wastewater, sewage 101 utilities.
I will certainly ask her that.
Okay.
But is that, and does the Wednesday, which would be December the 3rd, work for y'all?
Yes. That's December 3rd.
As far as I know at this point.
Well, let's mark it on your calendar, and I'll reach out to her this week. Yes, ma'am.
December 3rd. Okay.
Got to let folks that get off at 5 get here.
All right.
And that's pretty much it for me. The July performance report. Right now, we are, where I am, we are going through revisions on plans. We have not received any new plans per se. And a lot of our activities, as far as me, has been focused toward code enforcement the last few months. It seems like we're trying to get some of the hurricane debris cleaned up. It's summertime. It's time. Yes, you may be arguing with your insurance company, but it's impacting the neighborhoods. Time to get them back to normal. So that's it for me.
Okay. Well, as always, we thank you and your team for all that you all do, and know that code enforcement is probably particularly stressful. So appreciate your diligence and thoughtfulness around that. All right. That being said, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All right. We are adjourned. Thank you all. Thank you, commissioners.